Can you see the bird in this photo here? It's right here. The camouflage of this bird is incredible. This is Certhia americana, the brown creeper. So what is this animal? And how does it survive in the wild? The brown creeper has some of the most amazing camouflage of any bird in North America. It's so well hidden that without hearing its song, it's almost impossible to notice this tiny bird. Brown creepers primarily forage on the trunks and large branches of large trees, in particularly any forest, though they're more common in mature forests. They start near the base of the tree and climb upwards while searching for small arthropods, such as spiders, pseudoscorpions, and insects such as beetles, flies, leafhoppers, ants, and caterpillars, which they capture by gleaning and probing with their curved beak. Once they reach the upper parts of the tree, they fly down to the base of the next to continue foraging. The brown creeper has a large range in North America, from Canada and the United States down through Mexico to Nicaragua, as seen on this map. The brown creeper is a small bird, with brown and white streaked cryptically colored upper parts and white lower parts. This bird also has a long curved beak for catching insects, and a long tail that it uses like a prop against the tree. Brown creepers are also anzidactyl, with 3 toes facing forwards and 1 toe facing backwards. This is a trait shared by all passerine songbirds. The brown creeper is currently the only tree creeper in the New World, though some people think it should be split into 2 to 4 species, due to regional differences between the Eastern, Rocky Mountain, Pacific, and Central American populations, with slight changes in plumage, bill shape, and song. Though currently the brown creeper is still treated as a single species, and there's not much in the New World that you'd confuse with it, though the Old World does have 8 similar tree creeper species. We'll get into those later. In the US and Canada, there are the nuthatches, which have a similar body plan and foraging technique to the brown creeper, but the large plumage differences mean you're unlikely to confuse the 2 groups with a good view. I'll be doing a video on the white-breasted nuthatch soon, so make sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss that. In Mexico and Central America, there are also the wood creepers, which have a similar body plan due to convergent evolution, and a similar foraging technique. But wood creepers are larger, and greatly differ in plumage from the brown creeper. The bird you're most likely to confuse with the brown creeper is actually a warbler, the black and white warbler. This warbler forages similarly to the brown creeper by gleaning the trunk for insects. It has a striped appearance as well, but the black and white warbler has black and white patterns as opposed to the brown of the brown creeper, so they are easy to distinguish as well. The brown creeper is a songbird within the passeriforms, which is the largest order of extant birds and contains over 6,500 species, comprising 60% of all living bird species. Within the passeriforms, the brown creeper belongs to the superfamily Certhoidea, which also contains the wrens, gnatcatchers, nuthatches, and the other tree creepers, within which the brown creeper belongs to the family Cercidae, the tree creepers, which is thought to be sister to Salporonicidae, the 2 species of spotted creepers, with that pairing falling sister to a clade made of the wrens of family Troglodytidae and the gnatcatchers of the family Polyoptidae. According to Clement's taxonomy, Cercidae contains a single genus, Certhia, though some other sources lump the spotted creepers into Cercidae as well, which would include the genus Salpornis here, though we'll stick with the Clement's taxonomy for now. The genus Certhia contains 9 species, and genetic data from cytochrome B, a section of mitochondrial DNA, suggests a sister relationship between Certhia americana and Certhia brachydactyla, the short-toed tree creeper of Europe. As mentioned earlier, the brown creeper has notable regional variation, and in fact, there are currently 13 recognized subspecies. From February to March, male brown creepers begin to sing to attract a mate. Their song sounds like this. Then, during late March to May, the female constructs the nest between a tree trunk and a loose piece of bark, with the male helping by gathering materials. She then lays a clutch of 5 to 6 eggs that are just 15 millimeters in length, with the female being the sole incubator, while the male brings her food. Since these birds rely on the camouflage of the nest to avoid predators, they never fly directly to the nest, instead approaching from the base of the tree. After hatching, both parents bring food to the nestlings, in addition to removing fecal sacs from the nest until they fledge at roughly 17 days of age. Parents continue to feed and clean up after the young for multiple weeks after fledging. The young continue roosting in a group until they disband from late August to early October. Brown creepers rely on camouflage to avoid predation, by freezing when they notice threats, but still fall prey to animals such as sharp-shinned hawks, northern shrikes, Cooper's hawks, northern pygmy owls, and cats, while nests are preyed upon by literally anything that can find them, from squirrels and mice to jays. The evolution of Certhoidea and the brown creeper is messy, and fossils are quite rare. The passeriforms are thought to have emerged roughly 52 million years ago, during the early Eocene, while the Certhoidea likely split from the other passerines roughly 20 million years ago, during the Miocene, with a fossil tarsometatarsus from Germany. And based on how the closest relatives to the tree creepers, the spotted creepers, are endemic to the Old World, I think it's safe to assume that the tree creeper relative of the brown creeper crossed to the New World separately from the wrens, gnatcatchers, and nuthatches. The brown creeper is an incredibly interesting species. Until next time on Animal Analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on which animal we should analyze next. And maybe check out one of these other videos.